Speaking of preventing those outbreaks, until now, the county has kept the specific locations of outbreaks at restaurants under wraps. But tonight, ABC 10 News is using the county's data to piece together where the outbreaks have occurred. As our ABC 10 News anchor Derek Stahl reports, 4 of the 5 largest outbreaks at restaurants in our county happened in one neighborhood.
The county has been fighting in court to keep the locations of outbreaks a secret, but we were able to identify the 5 largest ones at restaurants by cross-referencing publicly available data. All 5 of these outbreaks happened over the summer, and they're now considered inactive, meaning they're not suspected of causing further spread. ABC 10 News has learned the second largest restaurant outbreak in the county happened here at El Prez. This is the bar health officials shut down in May, one day after these videos showed customers crowded inside, many without masks.
We simply cannot tolerate such blatant and intentional violations.
At the time, Supervisor Nathan FLETCHER warned the incident could trigger an outbreak. El Prez was allowed to reopen June 5th with social distancing measures in place. County data obtained by ABC 10 News shows the first sign of illness emerged June 13th. Because it typically takes 7 to 10 days from exposure to symptoms, it's unlikely the outbreak was triggered by the bar's crowded opening in May, says National University epidemiologist Dr. Tyler Smith.
It's most likely to do with their reopening after the county had come in and had them fix their approaches.
The outbreak at El Prez was ultimately linked to 24 infections, according to the data. In a statement, El Prez said they learned in June that several employees had gotten sick, but they didn't provide a number, adding, "We notified the health department when each case occurred, communicated the information to our employees, and closed the restaurant for deep cleaning each time." El Prez said they later learned some customers tested positive, but they're not aware of any cases since July. Other popular PB bars also had big crowds over the summer. Nearby, the data shows there was an outbreak at Mavericks Beach Club linked to 23 infections, an outbreak at Pacific Beach Shore Club linked to 20 infections, and an outbreak at Water Bar linked to 16. Documents reveal the infections largely occurred from late May through July, although cases linked to Mavericks continued into September. Todd Brown is the owner of Water Bar.
We're following every safety protocol up and above what we've been asked to do with the county health department and the CDC.
Brown said when they had a reported positive case, they immediately closed for a deep cleaning.
Unfortunately, you run into problems in the middle of a pandemic, and even if you follow all the protocols.
Even though health officials in Los Angeles County identify where outbreaks happen, San Diego County has refused, saying it could have a chilling effect on contact tracing and saying the data could be misleading to the public at a time when the virus is already widespread.
People have to remember, just because something's happening and there are these identified outbreaks, it doesn't mean they're doing anything wrong. What it does mean is that the county has a place to start with resources.
I need you guys wearing your masks on the line. We want to look good. I need you guys being safe.
Dr. Smith says there could be several factors at play in the PB outbreaks. The businesses all cater to younger, often college-aged customers who have had higher rates of infection. And he says the more popular a restaurant is, the more customers it sees, and its chances of encountering someone with the virus goes up. Altogether, the 5 largest outbreaks were linked to 110 infections and 0 deaths. After the county learned of the method we use to identify these outbreaks, it changed the way it keeps its records to prevent this kind of analysis in the future. Derek Stahl, ABC 10 News.
The largest restaurant outbreak, was in Little Italy with 27 cases. You can find out where and see responses from all of the restaurants on 10news.com.